Gambaga David Alfred Dogo, a moderator in the new Bassa political movement. Ojeme Ndomwage Penny analysis based link no shawara na nje wa bobu Bassa we yongweshe na anwe watana leshegeji here and there, and some are regretting whether it will be a well, majority believes that no, let's embrace Christianity. It was not generalizing it as religious practice. It's a very religious practice that tells to so many things. Yeah, Christianity and Islam, also traditional means of worshiping. Yashima tesusu tinji yaga na masha ko baba susu ugure da kuce o bambia ne kunyi ma jete ba wangane bakashe nuwedengo various Europe da ba taga na la ba so na to ngoshe bogulo suni be manoko to measure up, because the fact remains that we lag behind schedule in this modern world, whereby chunk of Bassa few or may not be able to find a single person, they measure up with just two persons from other tribes. Though I didn't attach them, we are better off than them, but we want to be ahead of where we are. I think that's what everybody's hearing with. So what really happened? Why that direction is because it is like it's as good as knowledge nama agwatana pa na boto. So if worshiping are we not worshiping well? I think that was what brought the issue. The pain analysis, what map digressed, even the Bible history, even when Africa was not yet discovered. The Mesopotamia gods, Nana Manjala, all those things, my Hindus, this and that. Okay, let me tell you about the current state of India, Pakistan. It is the heart of where to what the believe in to level now because the Indians can do their rituals, whether it's human rituals, animal rituals, they can direct contact with spirit beings from another world. Yashima, there's a way they communicate with the alien bodies. There was serious war, crisis. What they did in that place is to separate that country. India, Pakistan, or Pakistan, purely where you see 65 to 70% of people who worship Christianity and Islam. India is purely tradition. That's how they were to solve that. I see one of the countries was able to identify what they want to do in part of worshiping God. So, Isaac, Samuel, everything in any of the areas I gave. When I talk about the nephews, share atumwa watana na wotogola na oyukwatwa na maumeyuko atwa. Then Amatangayama, that were giants, going beyond 80 something, 90 something years, 900 and something years, because they were no longer ordinary human beings, and they were doing beyond what common human beings could do in the communities. To the extent that Agwatana has to come down to close that generation, and he also first of all caused them that last more than 120. That is how he related. He has to pencil that until all of them were scrapped off. Benji Shashamanjo. Also, when I talk about the Lilith, Ishma Fogata, you've not seen it in the Bible, and I gave you a Bible verse, man. It was mentioned once in the Bible. That was what I said. It was mentioned once. And Benji Shashamanjo, story na Ajemema, Bota Hoji Sobian Bohuwa, as a student of theology, you confirm that Lilith actually story in Nambama existed, but you said we don't want to accept it. That's correct. And I'm not trying to establish it, but this is just history that even if you refuse to know, somebody knows. So why don't you hear it? That is the truth of coming out of dogmatism. If you don't want to know, Bishop Ampama, other people knows. So I think Nanjugweje that maybe the story of him, it is connected actually no part of in the Garden of Eden. Not Garden of Eden was not existing. They were living in the caves as of that time. This is the creation of the Eve, Adam, after Lilith, the Garden of Eden. You have to bring them out from the caves to the Garden of Eden. Now, it is true that Mama elaborate where you said the Lilith, she would be satisfaction is the climbing of a man, being on top of a man, which Adam refused. They said it was a taboo. And Biukwataka was looking at him that we were created in the same way from the dust. And when Adam refused, Babanaya, and he was having sexual intercourse with some spirit beings, and she got her pleasure more than Adam, and from there, Adam has to abandon her. She has to flee to the darkest forest, which the Bible made reference to. Good. Do you know why you have one from Chiganata? You say you a student of theology, a systematic study of the nature of God and the relationship between God and humanity. There is that knowledge, awareness. There are people that because they don't just want to hear it, they just would bounce on you. Even if you feel it's misleading, whatever, just know it. It's just instead of switch more than 10 notable. The best option would be sex education. So in things like this, it's about enlightenment. You see, I am not surprised because somebody who has gone into systematic theology, the branch also which deals with organization, synthesis of theological concepts. Then the explore nature of God, the Trinity, salvation, and fundamental Christian doctrine. One man, maybe such thing, and I'm grateful, and I know a lot of people also know most of these people. The dogmatic theology, which is concerned part of the development and articulation of Christian doctrines, it's something that examines the official teachings of the church and how they relate to the scripture and tradition. So that is where I target the digression of some people who feel that no, let's not bring it. That even when they were putting all the Bible together, some were selected to be put off, not to join, not to become this. So when the dogmatic theology issue come, you got these traditions, and that is verifying and counseling some theologies or scriptures. But there's also the apologetic theology, which is concerned with the defending and explaining Christian theology to non-Christians and skeptics. So, but thank God I have to come out from the issue of the ecumenical theology and the comparative theology, which brought to, let's say, Isaac Samuel. You see, you're from Nasarawa. But you ask a question about Jalaima, maybe as if my Ajigajeme that has a counter view of history. You shaving here, but Bassa, you used to know that, or the Nasarawa state, you were told that Bassa local government migrated from Nasarawa to Bassa local government. I have no argument to that. When we are talking of migration is a chain of movement from one point to another point. It does not mean that everybody, plus their grandchildren, their children, grandchildren, to the same one. But it is true, good maybe there were different directions. Na Bassa, Kuomu, Obane, na Namin Kogi State. No direction na Bassa, Nasarawa Namin. But Bassa Nasarawa has never been branded as Bassa Kuomu. But Bassa Kogi State is known as Bassa Kuomu. But Tishi the same Abassa. But they were identified in a way and because of the migration, the source of our migration. But before then, let's say that you travel somewhere, this is your headquarter. When you say travel there, yes, a headquarter for Bassa. Headquarter to from Gatnam Nasarawa State, whether in total local government, but I'm in FCT, but I'm in Kogi State. Mapama, our headquarter is Doma. Doma local government, Gabana Ashima, Yistrabodios Gaswache. If not this social media thing today that brought them to limelight, Atotuna. So when I talk about most of my Doma in Nasarawa State, but that is our headquarter because the traditional leader of Doma, Shilagamo, the traditional leader of Doma, as the headquarter of Bassa tribe, the traditional leader was Andoma. Andoma. That is the title, the first traditional leader of Doma, Bobassa, because Bobassa is Juyapata. Bobassa live 20 million miles backward. But Mapama Bobassa is Juyapata. And that kingdom was founded, Kingdom at Doma, in 1232. They are found in Bobassa, founded his root there in 1232. And according to history, I've already studied TBA history of Bassa. Doma was founded by people that was Bassa tribe that was how do you call it? That was attributed to be the Adagba, the ancestor of Bassa. So the Andoma and Adagba, this is the differences. The Adagba was found Doma in 1232. Doma was already there. The Andoma is the title of the first traditional ruler. The Bassa there is that's the first stool. That's the Andoma or Andoma. I don't know how they call it there. The Andoma. But in Bassa language, the Adagba, get a share Agumata, get a share found Apata. The is hold that by significant cultural and ancestral importance. The name Adagba was broken into two. Ada means father. So the Ba means mighty. Adagba means the great and the mighty, the great father, or the mighty ancestor. He's the one that founded Doma. But if you are now talking about in finding this Doma, when was this Doma? If Yashima, even Bishima, it was far back that 1232. Odomata was already in existence. The early rulership was on the 13th century. 13th century to the 15th century, Akata Okuno, Aruayagola, almost about 5 ruling house, the Ndomagabashi, the major one, Gazgataga Agumabasa. Then Abijabaga, other clan heads or traditional rulers under you, the Ase, the Akau, the Akwe, and others. I cannot remember the name, but those are the names. In Doma, there, Abasa, where is that same thing to know Doma or Neogede or Dingili or Tivil or Fulani? Historical background from 1213. So that is how Anomo, the traditional title Gagama Ganaga Ajeme is called Andoma. Which today, I don't know if they have changed it. Atodoma local government can confirm whether they're still using it today. I don't know the current leader, ruler of Doma, Alhaji Dr. Amadu Aliu Ga Onao OON. I don't know who Andoma has one about, but I think he should be Andoma because that's his tool. That's tool. She's tool of Bassa. Bobasa Haji to Matata. And that is the original position for Bassa in the middle belt. And Abokove to Matata Kwashivika Pattern Wago, he is already the number 43. Thereabout. Yashibo maybe maybe it should be 43 to 44. But I know that it is 40, is the 43rd. Alhaji Amadu Aliu is the 43rd traditional ruler. Wamata Basata, title Basata Babasepeteni Andoma. The title Andoma is of Bassa origin and to holds significant cultural and traditional relevance. And the meaning of Andoma and Robasa. And here the owner and or the Lord. Ma means land, territory. It means the owner of the territory, the owner of the land. Andoma. That's what it meant to them. Bassa Peteni is a chete. So I think that is to agree with you, the area of Atabataba or Bilene Maga, that is our origin. That is your headquarter movement. And I said, far back, 13th century, they were already there. They founded that place in 1232. As of 13th century, to Wamo to Kuni as Andoma. So Anamawabata, there was no basis of Bobasa in Kogi State. Majala Mashilaga Isaac Gabriel Samuel Isaac Bobasa Tazasaba in Kogi State. Bobasa Tazasaba in total local government, the FCT. The actual Bobasa number in FCT, that is for the migration that maybe from Niger State to Florida, let me not go there. But we're talking about Nasarawa and the Benue Valley. When you ask that, being a Benue at Bane, at Bane, Nasarawa, Nasarawa, Bane, there's difference in the migration. When we said Benue, we use the word Benue Valley. The Benue Valley, we're not talking about Makodi. Okay, so migration, there's a difference between the migration histories, Bobasa, Nasarawa, Bobasa, of the Benue Valley. Benue Valley, let's say Bassa of Nasarawa now. He migrated at about 17th century from Kwararafa, Ibabane. And Ashimabane, they moved southwards from Taraba State to the current location in Nasarawa State to join the Doma. From Doma there, they extend there to other routes in Hanamanje. This Taraba State, they get southwards at Jakuba villages like Jalingo Namba, Sadauna, all those Takum, Wakari, Kola or Adoka Kola, the Bali. I think these are the village. These are the main cities in the Taraba. That's the southward of Taraba, not the entire Taraba, Bassa, particularly from the southward. The migrate from Kwararafa in the 17th century. Now, if you're talking about Udoma, with your people in Nasarawa there, you already, even when I've been in Nasarawa State, you're already talking about Doma. Kwash being in Nasarawa State, it does not mean Abane Pegano with Adaso. Kwash Adas Abane Pe in Doma, Ezere, it is still Nasarawa State. I want to get you to get that clear. And Idoma is Nasarawa State. Now, that is why the movement there was this political this thing. There were some of them from this south world of Taraba State, Nana Ahmad and Andana Lasada, where you have this notable people from the southern Taraba. Southern Taraba, they were told, they are not from the southern Taraba, but they're from the southwest. And that, abata, danger abata na lampiga, bono wono chinitega, betashini heta lampiga, they were actually referring them to Abasa. And they were notable people. These notable people, you ask about somebody, Emmanuel Boacha, a former senator representing Southern Taraba. He was tagged one time of Basabashe. David Jim Kuta. Jim Kuta is the current senator serving, representing Southern Taraba. All those people were tagged most of the times. Those people are your brothers from Nasarawa State. So the settlement, the guy have settled in the area of Doma State, spread to Kena, Obi local government, and Toto local government. Then Bobassa, Bukogi State, migration is from the southern Gombe. Southern Gombe. Southern Gombe, there's a particular place they call Kumo, Kumo, Kumo. Kumo. In fact, they have mountain hills, Kumo Hills. Apart of Bassa settle. But this is 17th century. In the 13th century. This is the differences. I don't know. Hello. Isaac Samuel. This is, we're talking about the 17th century. Taraba moved, was at about 17th century. He moved out of that place. And Bobassa, Bukogi State, also at about 17th century. But Bobassa in Doma was already there as early as Bayogo to Guama to Was and Doma in the 13th century. Because that village was founded, that place was founded in 1232 by Adagba, the owner of the territory. So, Nigeria Bobassa, Tanji Banama Bobassa migrated from the southern Gombe. Then movement at Awashe. Why are there difference? Mepima Padi Durena. First of all, they moved towards the what they call the Benue Valley. And Amapata in the 15th century. In the 15th century, they moved to Aname around then in the Benue Valley. Because Akiganam Peno Kumo, they were now called Abasa. And they didn't have Abasa. But because Abasha to occupy Kumo, Tigangata Labasa Ekiri area level, central area, Gegeni Denji, Ekiri Pazanga Nambe. That is how again Japata people now took over. But they still believe that whoever move, majority of those people Abokupata, Namapata, Kumo villages, all those local governments, Abasa. It is at on a banner, banner towards the Benue Valley. That was at about 15th century. And they move westward. This one is to westward. You understand? In the moving that westward of the Benue Valley, it has to bring them towards coming to identify with their brother that were already based in Doma also. From Domaya, the majority of them find that this team, they are so they continue to move from there. That's when they have to cross. So we're saying the same thing. Because they migrated from the Benue Valley. No, why am I saying that it's the same thing? Yes, Benue Valley is located northeastern part of Nigeria. Now she extended into western Cameroon. That's what we call Benue Valley. Benue State. No. But because of their agricultural and geographical location, that everything was being swam into direction that place was identified and named Benue. Even the Benue Valley, that's why now see the value. Just like that was the name they used that time. Entire North Central. So Obasabane through that Kumo Martin to via the Benue Valley, but that vegetarian no No, not Doma local government. But Abagata Abane Hure Keshe Kogi. And because they were identified as Basakumu, Basakumo. So Abata, even when they arrived, even before the pre-colonial era, no Basa local government, with documentation under Shima Basakumo. Yeje uwa pronunciation ge Nigeria and Kwomu. Kwomu kudu aga KWOMU. Nike gudasha KOMO. There was a time I had argument, Natana, in analysis here one time, when Atwa Nasarawa here, a Jewish man akuwelele shini Kwomu Abasavo. It is true because that's a brand of Bassa of Nasarawa that banned part of the eastern part of Taraba state from Kwarafa, Tenit Doma. Now by extend Padua. That's a brand of us, Kumo. But those from the southern Gombe that came through the Benue Valley, who first settled in the Kumo Hills, mountains, were known as the Bassa Kumo. That is the one at Namagon Oguma. I think that's the differences. So Isaac, I think she clear ma understand ma. This is the movement. It did not change. It did not twist the information. But about that, abana even when that wire na tawe echi atawun headquarter about me mepima that baga na tabane the Kumo Mountains, Kumo Village, Kumo area, Kumo Desert, Kumo Mountains. So abaga tata mama arrange Keshen Bassa. If a Keshen Bassa through Doma, it shows that they are from Nasarawa State. So there's no argument on that. It has not twisted any history. But maybe Ashinim Kokwashima is more detailed. Ukumo Gatanjaba na Southern Gombe, Obasa na Mapata. There are notable people today, Ukungo Napata, that Biawa Kama Governor Okobana will not have Brevashe. Biaga have Brevo Kede Bashe. Biago Dumaga Belo Aju Governor Koshi brother. And Namanji stories like that. Namanji. Question go Ukumo Gotanjua no Southern Gombe. And Namangaba go Pata Basa go to Congo. There are speculation, people like Yusma Bele Kumo. His name as Kumo. Yusma Bele Kumo. Gashi, the current chairman of the House of Representative Committee on Police Affairs. I don't know whether he's still there. His name is Yusma Bele Kumo. Kumo, that's the Kumo. They have Gombe from Gombe. Yeah. So if I think he even held so many positions in the 7th Assembly. Yes. At National Assembly. I will there's one man they call Aliu Madibo Omar, who was the former FCT minister. He's from Southern Gombe. About Reche history wa Bobasabashi. There is what of Saidu Omar Kumo. Saidu Omar Kumo. He's a politician, a very big politician. There's Dr. Usman Ado Kumo. There is Gidado Bello Kumo. You know, there's Dr. Babayo Ado Kumo. Just check their history. He was a former permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Niger Delta. Abasashe, Agato Kula, Mama Bamata, all those Lamido Umar Chikara, Abaso Tashe. I think I mentioned somebody, Dr. Babayo Ado Kumo. The former permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Niger Delta. Abaso Tashe, Gato Kwapata. They identified their name Kumo. The way religion you may not. So we ended up bearing names like this. Maybe geographical location determines. But I is a Chaba identify as Dinyata. The Chaba is flying with the title Komu. Find out. Find out. Ask people. It's not a hidden matter now. Like I said, the former chairman, I think it's currently the current chairman of the House of Representative Committee on Police Affairs, Yusma Bello Kumu. What they ask is Kumo. That Kumo is the Kumu we're talking about now. He bears the name of his tribe. Then you do that Bashwata. You know, can you imagine the former FCT minister Aliu Madibo Umar? I tell you, if you have contact with Bobassa, but Nam Gerata, I mean Bishuma Bobassa, they tell you that you are from them. Okay, I have a friend called Frank Kure. Kure. Till today, Frank Kure was one of the local government chairman in Ibiliri local government. My relationship with him, I can moved to in year 2001. Takata. We still see ourselves as brother. Denyu Katishe. Ebije Patataka Kaura, the answer Kaura. Till today, those areas. Let me not go too far to confuse people. I think that is the essence of, or I've answered your questions. And the key difference now, summarize your question, Shoma. Bobasa in Nasarawa State originate from the Kwararafa Kingdom, while Bobasa in Kogi State originated from the Benue Valley. Get that right. That's the differences. I repeat myself. The origin, Bobasa in Nasarawa State originated from the Kwararafa Kingdom, while Basa in Kogi State originated from the Benue Valley. And Benue Valley, market confuse. In Benue Valley is situated in the northeastern part of Nigeria. They extend to into western Cameroon. So Macordio. So that is the differences. And part of migration, this Abasa Nasarawa move southward, while Abasa in Kogi State move westward. Get it right, clearly. Bobasa Nasarawa moved southward, while Bobasa Kogi moved westward. The settlement here, Basa in Nasarawa is settled in Doma, the Kina and Ubi, while Bobasa Kogi was briefed and he moved to Basa local government area of Kogi State today. Okuma, thank you. I think I've answered your question. Yeah, more of these questions, I will attend to them. Because I was heading to somewhere when somebody drew my attention of my rating Wisini on that, and I have to stop over, find a place to give this response. Okay, thank you. The Chimfashi David Alfredo once again, moderator New Bassa Political Movement.
Hello, everyone. Where are you watching from? Wherever you're watching from, I want you to take a moment and like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thanks for watching.